Beneath the heart of Vatican City lies a hidden vault, an archive so secret, so protected, that even most clergy are forbidden from entering. It's officially called the Vatican Apostolic Archive, but for centuries it's been known by a different name, the Vatican Secret Archives. This isn't just an ancient library, it's a fortress. Over 53 miles of shelves, tens of thousands of documents, all locked away from public view. The Vatican claims it's all routine. Papal letters, legal papers, religious documents, but the truth may be far stranger. Researchers and whistleblowers believe the Vatican is hiding more than religious history. They believe the archive contains banned gospels, evidence of pre-human civilizations, proof of extraterrestrial contact, and even advanced technology kept hidden from the world. What secrets could be so dangerous that they must be buried for centuries? Let's begin with what we know. In 1612, Pope Paul V ordered the construction of a massive archival complex. Since then, access has been limited to only a handful of select scholars. You can't browse the archive. You can't walk the halls. You must request a document by title in advance, and only if you're approved. But how can you request what you don't know exists? That's how the Church protects its secrets. Among the most controversial claims are the banned books of the Bible. In early Christianity, there were over 50 known Gospels, stories written by different apostles, witnesses, and early believers. But only 4 made it into the final version. The rest were labeled heresy and disappeared. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene, for example, depicts Mary not as a prostitute, but as a spiritual leader. In some versions, she is the closest disciple to Jesus. What would that do to the Church's patriarchal structure? Then there's the Gospel of Judas, which suggests Judas didn't betray Jesus, but followed his divine instructions. These Gospels challenge the official narrative. Are they lost forever? Or are they buried in the Vatican Archive, protected from scrutiny? Some scholars believe original copies of these Gospels exist in the archive, preserved but never revealed. Then there's the Book of Enoch. This ancient Hebrew text tells of angels who descended to earth, mated with humans, and taught forbidden knowledge, metallurgy, astrology, weapon-making. The result? A cataclysm, a flood, a divine purge. Enoch was once considered scripture by early Christians. Today it's excluded from the Bible. Why? Possibly because it suggests humans were not alone, and that non-human intelligences have shaped our past. Now let's go deeper. According to leaked reports and testimonies, the archive may also house evidence of pre-flood civilizations, cultures that existed before Egypt, Sumer, or Babylon. Advanced societies with knowledge of sacred geometry, free energy, and celestial alignments. Some believe the archive holds scrolls recovered from ancient sites, ruins long hidden beneath the sands of Egypt and the jungles of South America. These texts supposedly describe civilizations wiped out in a global catastrophe, a story echoed in nearly every religion and myth across the globe. Could the Church be hiding a history that predates religion itself? A forgotten age of man? Then there's the Chronovisor. In the 1950s, Father Pellegrino Ernetti, a Benedictine monk and physicist, claimed to have helped build a device that could view past events. Not a time machine, but a time window. He called it the Chronovisor. Using electromagnetic fields and rare materials, it supposedly captured residual energy imprints from past moments in history, allowing observers to tune in to ancient events. Ernetti said he used the Chronovisor to witness the crucifixion of Jesus. He even published a written account of a long-lost Roman play, one that scholars confirmed did exist, though no copies had survived. The Vatican denied the machine existed. Ernetti died under mysterious circumstances. According to insider rumors, the Chronovisor was dismantled and hidden in the archive. If it was real, it would give the Church an unthinkable power, the ability to witness any event in history. Now let's talk extraterrestrials. In 2010, a WikiLeaks cable revealed that a high-ranking Vatican official acknowledged the probability of alien life. A year earlier, Vatican astronomer Father José Funes publicly stated that belief in extraterrestrials does not contradict Catholic faith. Why would the Vatican, a religious institution, be positioning itself for alien disclosure? Some believe the archive contains historical records of non-human encounters, ancient manuscripts, eyewitness testimonies, and descriptions of divine beings descending from the sky, descriptions that sound eerily similar to modern UFO sightings. There are even claims that Vatican envoys met with intelligence agencies after the Roswell incident. True or not, the Vatican Observatory has continued to expand, with telescopes pointed at deep space, especially the controversial LUCIFER instrument in Arizona. Why the sudden interest in cosmic discovery? The deeper you look, the darker it gets. There are also persistent claims that the archive contains records of secret dealings with totalitarian regimes, including Nazi Germany, documents that suggest the Vatican had early knowledge of the Holocaust and remained silent. Or worse, that they actively helped certain war criminals escape justice through secret routes known as rat lines. If these records were made public, it would collapse the Vatican's moral authority. And that's why they may remain hidden. Every power structure, political or religious, relies on its story. And the Vatican, perhaps more than any other, has controlled the narrative of Western history for 2,000 years. But controlling the narrative means controlling access to the raw truth. That's why the archive is sealed. That's why documents are off limits. That's why requests are denied or ignored. Even elite scholars like Harvard's Dr. John Cornwell have been stonewalled by Vatican officials, refused entry, redirected, delayed, and yet they tell us there's nothing to hide. Just boring church papers, they say. But if that's true, why the secrecy? Why the censorship? Why the armed guards? We believe the answer is simple. Because the truth inside the Vatican archive would destroy the carefully constructed reality we've been taught. A reality where history began 6,000 years ago, where humans evolved without outside influence, where religion emerged independently, without manipulation. But the archive may say otherwise. And that's why we've released our own declassified file, a PDF containing the most compelling theories, suppressed texts, leaked testimonies, and forbidden histories, assembled from global researchers, whistleblowers, and rare publications. It's available right now exclusively on our Patreon. You won't find this on mainstream history channels. You won't read about it in textbooks. But if you want to know what they're hiding, if you want to challenge the official story, if you believe the past was erased to control the present, then join us. The Vatican Archive may be locked, but the truth is leaking out. You just have to follow the trail. Attached below are declassified documents that were compiled from inside the machine. This PDF is not the answer to all the questions, but it's a great place to start.